Hello guys, welcome back to another week, and today is Monday here in Sydney. It's a very, I would say very cold day. It was very interesting because 7:30 in the morning wasn't cold, and now it's 3:40 p.m. and it's very cold. It just doesn't make any sense for me. But anyways, guys, I hope everyone had a great weekend with family and friends. Even studying or doing some sports, having a time off from the screens. I hope so. You guys could have a good time and are ready for another week ahead. So this week it's not going to be that busy, all right? So we did have the NFP last Friday that I've discussed it already. And click for the last video on Friday talking about the NFP. But look, NFP came higher. Gold went up. Euro dollar opened up with a gap this morning to the downside. So, pretty much everything I was expecting already from last week when I've made the video. So there are a few things going on the market at this moment, and one of them is the French election. We do have as well the NFP that was higher than expected, but the whole other thing, remember when I always say the NFP is the actual non-farm payroll is a very important news, but all the other data that are followed by the NFP, it's very important as well. And that being the unemployment rate, the average hourly earnings. These are very important data as well that we need to be cautious about the release. And the release was very bad, okay? The unemployment rate is still keep rising. The average hourly earning is declining. Okay, so people are getting more unemployed. People are getting less paid. Inflation is still going up. There are a few new additions of job of the month of June, but still very, very bad overall economy on US. And this is hence why the US dollar this is one of the reasons why the US dollar is getting affected as well. For the weakness that we're seeing it right now. The other part of the weekend that we can discuss is about the French election, and that the left side of the French elections have been getting in stronger votes. Okay, so last Sunday on the 30, and then on the 1st of July, the last Monday, we open up with a gap to the upside, and that gap showed to us that yes, the market was pretty keen to see the right side on power, but still we're not looking at this anymore. So we're looking more towards the left side, continue on power, and then we're looking at gold going up as well amid all of those scenarios, geopolitical scenarios, uncertainties. So I would highly recommend you guys to pay attention on the next couple weeks about gold, because I do believe that gold can potentially have some big moves, either to the upside, either to the downside, but just because of French election, FOMC, as well as the CPI coming up for this week. There is a potential, yes, for gold to have a little bit of a volatility during these two next couple weeks. Now, let's get into the economic calendar here. Let's have a look on what waits us this week. So Monday, today, we're not going to have anything, pretty much. We're only going to have the Eurogroup meetings, the German trade balance, and the MPC, the Monetary Policy Committee member Hassel from UK giving us a speech, and that's about it. On Tuesday, tomorrow, we're going to have all the CFTC data report that wasn't report on Sunday, and we're going to have the Federal Reserve Vice Chair Barr, I think that's how you pronounce his name, B-A-R-R, Barr, giving us a speech. And this is a very important speech, okay? People may think, oh, look, it's just another speech from, another central bank. No, but this is actually very important. So I would highly recommend you guys to just put on YouTube, on Tuesday, 11:50 p.m. here in Australia, you can put maybe Barr, Fed Vice Chair President giving us a speech, and most probably will be live. And then on Wednesday, we're going to have the Fed Jet poll We're going to have Treasury Secretary Yellen as well giving a speech. And we're going to have the FOMC member Bowman giving us a speech. So very important for the US dollar, for the US economy. This week is more followed by speeches than data releases. But just on Wednesday yet, we're going to have the CPI and the PPI for China, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand rate statement. Okay, and it's expected to maintain the same 5.5%. We're going to have German Buber giving us a speech, and Nagel giving us a speech as well from German. On Thursday, we're going to still have the Fed Chair Powell giving another speech, German Buber giving us another speech, Atlanta Fed GDP now, FOMC member Bowman giving us another speech, GDP for UK, and German CPI, and Eurogroup meetings again, and the core CPI and the CPI for USA. All right, that's going to be very important on Thursday. And then on Friday, we're going to get Bostic giving us a speech. And that is about it. All right, we're just going to have the PPI on Friday, ending the Friday at 10:30 p.m. for USA. Now, again, this is a somewhat of a busy week, but most likely we won't have big moves. I do expect euro dollar to drop this week just because of the left side on, most probably continue on power on Europe. And the 30-year bond and the 2 years and the 10-year bonds, they're dropping. So that's a very interesting. I will have to dig a little bit deeper and come back with you guys for an answer on tomorrow's webinar. So if you're not yet registered for tomorrow's webinar, please do it so by clicking at the description of the link in the description, and registering yourself now. It's free. We don't charge anything. It's free content, and it's very good content. I will be there myself with you guys, and you can ask me questions like a one-on-one, no problem at all. Alright guys, I hope you could take something out of this video. Please give us a thumbs up, share this content with your friends, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Most of you that watch the channel here, watch the videos that we post daily, are not yet subscribed. So please do it so. It won't take you 10 seconds and you will be helping us a lot. Alright guys, have a great trading week ahead. I see you tomorrow on the webinar, or I see you in the next video. Bye bye.